Hello guys, welcome back, and this is the Board Game Hero. Today we will be playing Windward Solo Adventure.
You, a captain on the skies of Celus, have stolen an adolescent Red Crester to attempt to train as your own. All of the Red Cresters on the planet are now chasing you down.
So there are just a few changes for the solo adventure, and the objective entirely changed. So the changes in setup is you just put all the gray cresters on the board and the red cresters. So there will be a total of 6 red and 6 gray cresters, and white crester will also be in play. That will come out later in the game. You set up a standard game of Windward, but for a character, you start with 5 supply cards. And then, this is one of the main gameplay changes. At the end of your turn, all Red Cresters will move towards you. So regardless if you're in their territory or not, so they will come after you. The Grey Cresters will stay as is in their feeding ground. They are harmless. And then, once you defeated all Red Cresters, the Great White Crester will come into play from around the world space of your choosing. And then there's no more notoriety. There's no points in this game, in this solo game. So you're the teeth, the Crester's teeth. Instead of turning it into points, you can turn it into gas, which is the currency, and you can do some upgrades using that. Also, if at any time multiple Red Cresters are in your space, you will battle. You will go into combat. You will enter combat with them. So they will fight you at the same time. They will combine their strengths, a maximum of 10. So for every Red Crester that you defeat, their speed will increase by 1. So normally, they move 3 spaces towards you. But the more Red Crester you defeat, the more aggressive they become. So the speed will increase by 1. If you end your turn at the port, which is in the middle, safe. In the multiplayer, that's the safest area. If you end your turn there, you lose. So you don't end your turn at the port. You will automatically lose because the adolescent Red Crester that you stole will destroy your ship. Yeah. And then if you end your turn at the sky, choose to discard a supply card or reduce the moral by 1. It's the same rule in the multiplayer game. So I guess we can start. Those are just the small changes. You can do your turn as normal. You can deploy longboats and hunt Grey Cresters for gas so you can upgrade, hire some crew. And yep, so let's begin. I already drew my 5 supply cards here. I have fuel, heated shot, countermeasures, false flag, and another countermeasure. Now let's set the wind direction 1. So it's already pointing at number 1. So there's a number on the base of the port. And 1 is here, so it's gonna be pointing there. Oops. But I remember it's here. There. So, the wind, you can ride the wind. So all directions going to the left is free because you're using the wind, but you cannot go against the wind, so you cannot go to the right. That's how it is. So we start at the port, and I guess we can begin the game. I will use this marker as my speed tracker. So I have 4 speed. That means we can move 4 spaces. Okay, as much as we can, we have to get away from the Red Cresters at the beginning because we don't have morale, and but we have a lot of supplies. But let's see. So at port, I can give order. The actions that you can do in the game are you can move your ship, move your longboat. You can give order. Giving orders means you can use 2 of your crewmates. You can spend gas at the ports to buy stuff. You can use a supply card from your hand, and then you can initiate a battle. Initiating a battle means you stop or you enter a space with an enemy, or in this case, a Red Crester. Okay, I'm not gonna explain to you the rules. I'm just gonna go ahead and start playing. So here, we are at port, and I think I want to use my crew here, so I can hire one. These are the things that I can do at the port. I can take 5 supply cards. For this green player, the specialty is supply cards. So when I use this, I can take 5 supply cards immediately. I can have +1 morale, 1 cannon, and a higher crew. That's what I can do at the port. And I'm going to hire a crew. Hiring crew, you will get to choose from all of these uh, tiles, crew tiles, and it will also improve your board. Like for this one, if you have the gas worker, you will have 2 spaces for the gas. By default, you have 4. If you put this, you will now have 6. So let me see. And it's double-sided. This is the gas worker, and at the back, you have the purser. So it just increases your hand size. They give you different effects. So I'm going to choose one. Longboat per turn. So the coxswain focuses on the longboats. But we need to defeat the Red Cresters, not the Grey Cresters. I want a sergeant. Sergeant. I can do a sergeant or a marine. I think a marine is better. Yeah, marine is better. So it gives us +2 hits against a Red Crester. So I'm gonna get that. And it increases our space for cannon. Because we are on a mission to defend ourselves from the Red Crester because we did something bad. We stole one of their babies. Okay, so now I have a crew. I have a marine here. Then next, maybe we don't have gas to spend at the port right now. So maybe it's good to increase our morale. So if we have a battle, we can afford to lose one morale. Because if we lose morale, it's 0. The game is over. I guess that's it for now at the port. Then let's get out of the port. So let's look at the board here. If you see some rocks here, you cannot pass through that. You cannot even enter or end your space there or your movement there. So those are obstacles. And you see some cloud here. That's like a portal or a wormhole. You can move to another wormhole, or I don't know what it's called. I forgot. It's a zephyr. I checked the reference here. It's a zephyr. So if you get there, you can go to another zephyr. Oh, I forgot. These are gas pockets. It should have 2 gas on each balloon. And if you get that, that's free gas. And it will not, what do you call this? Replenish. So it's one time use. Okay. So now we have the gas pockets there. I don't want to attack. They will move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the safest space here is. So this is move. This is free movement. 1. This is a normal movement. 3. I want. No, I cannot drop a longboat because I used 2 of my crew here at the port. So there's nothing to do really but get a gas pocket, but there's no gas pocket near us. This Red Crester will start attacking us if we do. But maybe we can kill that 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So let's move on. All of this movement is free because we are riding the wind. The wind is going there. So there it is. We move here for free, until here only. And then we are going to spend. Sige, we're gonna spend 3 movement to go to the gas pocket, and then the Red Crester will attack us. 1, 2, 3. I have the gas pocket. I have 2 gas here. And then we have no movement left. That's the end of our turn. the end of our turn, all Red Cresters will move. Okay, so for the end of the turn, it wasn't mentioned in the rule that you will rest, so we will skip the rest. I don't know. So we will skip the rest and proceed with the. If you end your turn at the sky, we are at the sky, we will discard one supply or reduce our morale. And we're not gonna reduce our morale, so we are gonna discard our fuel. You discard it face down somewhere. Maybe let's choose this side. So we can continue our end of turn phase. So all Red Cresters will move 3 spaces towards me. They are also blocked by these floating rocks. So they all move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. They choose the closest path. And they do not follow the wind. They are not affected by the wind. So they can move against the wind. So 1, 2. This is the third one. 1, 2, 3. I haven't moved this one, right? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. This one will actually reach me and then do a battle with me. Okay, so combat is based on strength. It's a dice rolling. So I have ships have 2 strength, while Red Cresters have 5. So they will roll 5 dice, and I will roll only 2. But we can use some of the supply cards to add hits to our attack, and we also have the marine here that adds 2 hits against Red Cresters, so that is our advantage. So let's roll. The attacker rolls first, and that's the Red Crester. I guess I need the dice roller. This is not a safe place to roll, so I'll be back. So I got this dice roller, which is a picture frame, very cheap. Okay, so this is his roll. This is the Red Crester's roll. 2, 4, 6, 8, and this is our roll. We don't have cannons. Cannons add dice to your roll, but we don't have cannons, so we only roll 2. We rolled 3, and we have +2 from the marine. So we are now at 5. We need to have 9 or a tie. Tie is okay. So we have 3, 5, and if you are a defender, you add +2. So we are now at 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need 2 more, and it's gonna be the countermeasure again. 2 hits in battle when defender. So we now have a total of 9. And yeah, we defeated the Red Crester because we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and his roll is 2, 4, 6, 8. So we defeated the Red Crester. We will take his defeated the Red Crester is defeated. We will take his body in our cargo hold right there, and we will need a crew to process that Crester, so it will turn into a teeth and a gas. So Crester's teeth will look something like this, and this we can trade this in the port at the port city, so they can give us some gas for it. Okay, so that is the only combat that we had now, and as mentioned, the Red Crester's speed will increase, so they are now moving 4 spaces towards me, and let's see if the wind will be in favor of us. If the wind is going there, we can go back to port and maybe resupply, something like that. So now we can start the next turn. Let's roll the wind die. I hope it's number 4. It's number 2. So it's going towards this direction, this line here. So every space going there is free. Now we can start moving. We have 4 spaces. Speed. The Red Cresters in solo game does not respawn. In multiplayer they respawn. In this one they don't. So what can we do? Maybe we can drop a longboat here somewhere so it can hunt this Grey Crester later on. That would give us a gas if needed. So wow. Okay. We don't need to process the Crester now because we don't have a storage for the gas. We only have two storage for the gas here. So I'm gonna drop a longboat or maybe after movement. Let's see. Um, we can move one, two, three. I don't want to initiate a combat against the Grey Cresters now because we don't have cards to play. So let me think. Okay, so let's not drop a longboat now. Let's try to first build our ship here, our crew, to be able to withstand the Crester attacks. And I cannot move through this. It has rocks on it, but I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there are rocks here, so we cannot go there. I can only go. I have 4 spaces to move, so 1, 2. I can move over the Crester. I can only move here, and they can. All of them can attack. 3 of them will attack me, and I'm not sure if I can survive that. However, I can move 1, 2. Oh, I cannot go against the wind, so I cannot go there, that direction. Wow. Did I just die? I think I'm going to die. 1, 2, 3. There's no Zephyr nearby. Okay. Maybe we can use the false flag so that when there's a combat, I can push them away. We can move them back 1 space. That is nice. We can survive for 1 round. Do we go back to port? Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go back to towards the port. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, that's a lot of enemy. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's gonna be blocked. Okay. I can give my ship 1 speed. I can push my crew to give me 1 speed. So work on the sail. So I now have 5 speed here. So I can move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go here. 1, 3, 4, 5. So we are now here. Yep. I'm glad that I remembered that one. We're not at port, so maybe it's a good time to process this Crester now. So we're gonna process the Crester. It will turn into a teeth and 2 gas for processing that. 2 gas because I have moral. So you get gas equals to your moral. I have 2 moral, so I gain 2 gas for processing that. Okay, I guess that ends our turn. To end our turn, we have to discard a supply card, and this is good, heated shot. But that's okay. We're gonna get more later. So I discard the heated shot instead of morale. And then we're gonna use the false flag after the Cresters move. So, yep, they will move now. So one by one, they will move 4 spaces towards me. We're gonna move them maybe clockwise, starting from this one. 1, 2, And this one, the shortest path is the same. 1, 2, 3. So we now have 2 red cresters on our space. Also this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all here. And which one? This one. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. All of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4. They cannot stay, in the same place, same space, all at the same time. But they can attack me all at once. So they cannot share the same space, but they can attack me. Okay, so I checked the forums. If they defeated me, they would have to like disperse. So they will move back to their previous spaces if I'm not defeated. So let's do the combat, but I'm gonna play this card. Oops. When attacked, instead of battling, this play this card to move the attacker back 1 space. So they will go to their previous space. Or move pala. I can move the attacker back 1 space. So we have 3 attackers here. I will move this guy. Oopsie. Then so I move him 1 space, and I also saw in the rulebook, if they are bumped, they are moved on the same space with the Red Crester, they will bump that Red Crester 1 space away. So he bumped this. This guy will be pushed 1 space back. And this one back. Now I am trapped. That's a bad idea. Because these two spaces are rocks. What do you call this one? What's the name? Are drift rocks. These two. So I'm basically stuck here forever, and I cannot go to the. My God, I cannot go to the city, to the port. Right. So let's start our next and probably last turn. Let's do the wind direction. It's gonna go 6 here. So we cannot go towards this direction because it's against the wind. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Let's try to just, take our chances and attack this Crester. So if so we have 4 spaces for movement. We have 4 movement. I spend 1, so that's 3. I'm going to attack that Crester, the red one over here. So I'm gonna be the attacker. I'm gonna roll 2 dice for that. I don't have supply cards to play, so I'm just hoping that I roll like double 3s here, so I get 6. And he rolls bad. So let's see. Wow! I'm doomed. I got 2. So I got 2 and plus 2 for the Marine, so I have 4 total. The Crester, we will roll for the Crester. Let's put it here. The Crester rolls 8 and we roll the 4. So we lost. And when you lose a battle, you take the difference, and the difference will be, so he's 8, I'm 4, the difference is 4. You will reduce the morale by that difference, and if it goes to 0, you're dead. So let's see. Yep, so it appears that is correct. We lose 4 morale, and I have 2, so that's below 0. Our ship is lost, and game over. that easily. The Cresters easily defeated us. They ganged up on us here in that space. I managed to, raise a false flag there so they can disperse to buy me 1 round. But that final round is doomed from the start because we are blocked by these drift rocks. So we are we get we get what we deserve because we stole their babies, and that's not a good thing. Don't do it. Don't steal Red Cresters babies. So I guess, yeah, that's the rules. That's the solo rules or solo playthrough of Windward solo adventure. Now there is another rule for this one. It's gonna be Windward cooperative adventure. So I'm not sure if that is better. So since cooperative essentially means solo because you can play two players at once. But yeah, maybe I will try that next because this is very hard, extremely hard. If you manage to defeat the Red Cresters, a White Crester will arrive, and this is much way stronger than them. It's 8 strength, so it will roll 8 dice uh, there. So I think this is really impossible to beat. But that's a good thing with solo games. The harder it is to defeat, the more interesting and the more you want to play. If it's easy, well, one play, two play, you're over it. So that's good. That's two things. Maybe it's good that it's hard, or maybe it's bad that it's hard because it's unbalanced. It wasn't really refined the rules, so it can go two ways. It's bad because it's not balanced, it's not refined, the rules are not refined, it's rushed just to pull the solo gamers into the Kickstarter campaign. Or the other one, the bright side, is that it's really built or designed to be hard to beat, so that you can play it over and over again and try different strategies. So yeah, I guess that's it. This is the Board Game Hero. Thank you for watching me play Windward solo playthrough. See you again next time.